Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wanted to yoink cute creatures from their peaceful habitats in order to turn them into slaves? Endlessly working on conveyor belts to produce any and all things you need to continue hiring more qualified workers? If so, I have just the thing for you. Product Assembly Line World, or Palworld for a more marketable name, is a game that has taken the world by storm, selling millions of copies in mere hours, and hitting insane concurrent player counts on Steam that have cemented the Palworld name forever. It's very likely that you've already heard about it, as there's no shortage of pokecucks foaming out the mouth whenever it is mentioned. But what is Palworld? Well, it's an early access slavery simulator made of 3 ingredients: Pokemon, Ark Survival Evolved, and Elden Ring. It's Pokemon in the sense that Palworld is a monster tamer, in which you explore a vast open world filled with various cool looking creatures known as pals, that you can try and capture with a sphere, to then have them fight by your side in silly ways, or to have them work for you under any terms and conditions. There is over 100 different pals present in the game, all coming with their own cute quirks, use cases, and if you're lucky enough to get a good passive skill on your captured pal, then they also come with great benefits. Pals are not just some half-assed cute gimmick, they're an integral part to every aspect of the game, those being crafting,
slavery,
automation,
slavery,
exploration, and combat. An integral part that you can fine-tune with precise eugenics to create the pal of all pals. It's Ark in the sense that it's a survival game, in which you begin your journey as a broke fella, scrambling for a crumb of materials, and slowly make a name for yourself by unlocking more knowledge within the game's tech tree, which perfectly connects to the aforementioned monster tamer part. You go out into the world to discover pals, that you can then bring back to base to do work, ranging from building anything you place down if they have the handiwork trait, to mining, woodworking, watering, etc. Some builds might require a trait you currently don't have, giving you the incentive to venture deeper into the world to find a fitting candidate. But without having captured a pal before, you won't know what they do, making it so that you will feel inclined to capture anything and everything. By all means, it's an ideal way of obtaining workers. There's no diversity quotas, there's no master's degree with 70 years of work experience required, just pure.
Gotta get that.
And it's Elden Ring in the sense that the game begins with you exiting a ruin, seeing a big tree far away in the background, dying to something that is way out of your league, uncovering the story by finding obscure journal entries, and of course, which means, just like in Miyazaki's games, the story here will be making little to no sense for the average player, and the beauty of Palworld will shine solely in the gameplay. Much like Godric from Elden Ring, Palworld grafts elements from many other games onto itself. You have the climbing of Conan Exiles, the grappling and gliding of Fortnite, the war crimes of the US Army in Vietnam, the dodging of Dark Souls Remastered, and a vast open world filled with all the bells and whistles of Elden Ring. To take the Elden Ring touch even further, the pals that you summon to help you in combat can be enhanced with pal souls. Actually, in Elden Ring you use rune. These 3 ingredients working in unison create a gameplay loop that can obliterate your dopamine receptors. Everything is interwoven on such a fundamental level that a simple task like capturing a cool new pal you just discovered can go from a 5-minute task to a 3-hour operation. Maybe that new pal is just too strong for your current spheres, requiring you get more advanced ones. But said advanced ones could require you to level up your tech tree, setting you out on a pal farming adventure where you collect discovered pals up to 10 times for the bonus XP, followed by said advanced spheres requiring more of a certain resource, nudging you to find better workers to meet more demanding quotas. All the while, more interesting things consistently creep up, giving you an endless list of leads to pursue. This kind of perpetual grind is usually extremely draining, but in Palworld it's exhilarating due to the constant sense of discovery. Now the beauty of it all is that it is not a mandate set in stone. You have the freedom to customize the world to your liking. For example, I didn't like the fact that I had to wait for eggs to incubate, so I removed the timer entirely. You personally might not like the resource gathering aspect, so you could crank the multiplier all the way up and greatly shorten your interaction with it. This level of world customization is truly something noteworthy. Some might just want to experience Pokemon with guns, others might want to build and survive. And thanks to the customization, neither are forced to be bottlenecked by either. When it comes to the minor things, I really like the fact that Palworld doesn't have the typical resource progression of survival games, where you go from copper to bronze to iron, etc. Instead, here you just have ore, and more advanced ingots are just said ore plus an additional resource. Amongst the minuscule things, I absolutely adore the musket reload. It goes about as hard as the sound effect of the dude killed by it. With all that being said, as Palworld stands currently, it's an extremely clean early access game that offers dozens of hours of content. You can experience it solo, you can experience it with a few friends privately.
Oh my god, look at this sexy bitch in the tub, bro.
Or with 31 other fellas on an official server. Though currently, as there is no PvP, arenas or extremely challenging endgame, the online isn't that much greater than the solo experience. $30 for close to 80 hours is a bargain worthy of a out of 10. But thanks to the tears of Goobermons on Twitter, the new rating is a out of 10. That's about it. Don't forget to slap like, slap wife, it's Karoo, but I'll give you the clip.